Something on the hip hop end, you know, when we grew up, we had our little people, very few amount of people that we looked up to and can carve like what we're doing now. And it's just encouraging sometimes when you look at the gram and you see the young kids popping, you know? I point in cases like these Clout Cassette boys that do the visuals for Aries. I met this guy for the first time on the bass show. So Le'ao, very shy, didn't even want to even do the interview, you know, but he had to, you know, and he did it. They do the visuals, and then I went crazy. They also diversified their portfolio, which is something I love, and at such a young age, they had a sneaker raffle where they customized an Air Jordan. And it was like cokey, like color, and I was like, damn, you know, already at such a young age, they're thinking so far. And it's obviously gonna come with its rewards because a day or 2 days later, another kid, Art by X, that I follow on the gram, who also does visuals, was signed to Sony.
Oh, nice.
His whole clique, OXI, I think they called. And what's great about that is, firstly, these kids can learn the system at a young age so that at an opportune time, which is still in their prime, they can also leave the system and establish new ones.
Nice,
And
yes.
also, when the game opens up, more than just for rappers. I remember the time when rappers blew up, then photographers blew up.
Yes.
Then the visual editors blew up, then the stylists blew up, you know? And it's just nice when you say it like that because it makes us be this economy. And I think
have they signed on that capacity? Like
OXI has Art by X kid. He signed, definitely. He put it up on his
As
brand.
what?
What is he signed to do?
They're signing as a visual content team. They're going to do the visuals for artists, which I presume, you know? Yeah,
okay.
for the stable.
Oh, nice.
You know what
So
I
they're going to
mean?
shoot all the
That's dope.
videos?
You understand what I'm saying?
Wow.
That's
okay.
cool.
Okay.
For me, it's saving costs, right? And it's just knowing people that can study. So when you do a strategy plan for Scoop, right? We know from the ground up, this is what we're getting, this is what we're doing, and you're doing this. So everything probably ties into one, right? But for me, it's this. What happens to the guys who are freelancing, so me as another director, will I be able to get job? That's my question.
It's a jungle out here, you know. Don't
I'm
judge
sure what I'm saying,
I'm
right?
more worried about the creativity. Because come 3 years, there's a guy who's got better ideas, who can shoot better, who knows a better camera, you know?
But then that also opens up the opportunity, I think, for Sony to kind of sign them is saying, okay, let's test it out with these guys.
Oh, yeah.
If it goes in the right
Trial and
direction,
error.
then we can try with the next guy, and we can try with the next guy. So they'll also understand that at some point, this guy's good with hip-hop videos, but he can't do pop videos. We also need someone who can shoot a rock video, and whatever the case may be, you know what I mean?
Straight up.
The good thing, I hope that also, if he knows that whatever album cover he might shoot, yo, he must get his royalties of that shit.
I did say to them in the comment section,
For the next 5 years, they should know that I'm getting paid just by that cover sitting on the shelf on iTunes. I'm
the
getting paid.
contract, but I hope you
please.
read the contract, but that's what I said in the comment section.
And even if they don't read it themselves, get a lawyer.
Get a lawyer. Yeah.
Somebody.
But you know, I think another kid said to me when, like, in the streets, he was like, dog, a lawyer is expensive.
Yeah.
And when he said that, I thought, damn, he's right. So what must these kids do?
They're not that expensive to read a contract and give you feedback. They're not. On the real. They're not. These kids spend so much on clothes and going out. It's an investment in self. It's a cameraman buying
That's
a camera.
actually true. Instead of buying a pair of sneakers, get yourself a lawyer just for that one contract. Because a lawyer will become expensive when you need to go to court or something like that, like serious litigation, but not to read.
Are there a lot of like entertainment lawyers, especially young ones? Because I think that's also a gap. If you're an entertainment lawyer, you're trying to get into that, you could focus on, you know, musicians, artists. I think K Malachi.
Yeah, Malachi is one. I know Rouge's sister is also an entertainment lawyer. She helped Casper with some stuff.
Straight up.
So there's other people who are also trying to get into this
My wife,
industry.
I think my wife is also one of those. She was also trying to. Hey, man, I told you guys, you gotta marry an advocate out here, man. You know. So she also, like, frequently, time to time, I'd also speak to her. She'll ask me questions. I'm like, yeah, but this works like this. If I'm not sure, someone will ask somebody. You know, but it's one of those things that it is important to always know, and you can go back to somebody, you know, or sometimes I even reach out to your brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, I need A, B, and C. You know. So yeah, it's important just to get your shit done, just cleared out. You know?
That's a one-time thing, huh?
You have to.
And it's something that, as much as I think for myself personally, as much as we're talking to you guys, like it rings in my mind too. Like there are certain things in the game that we have not really looked at. Copywriting is one. The way that slang gets used in adverts, and no one gets the kickback because people don't own
I
their
saw
words.
an ad with the cover. He went the whole thing. I looked at it. I was like, "Fuck you, man! Why can't you get on the phone and call Frank to come and do it? Because you don't want to put money in his pocket. That's bullshit. That is
So
bullshit.
even the shasha,
They've been fucking
outsourced ads, right?
Because we don't copyright our it.
Even the play or was it made with karakara as well? You know, culture vouchers, ne?
But me losing my Twitter account basically showed that we're not protected. Nothing we do is protected. The cool shit that you do will never ever be protected.
When are you getting your account back?
No, still the same hacker, but now I've started a new
Just
account.
pay him.
He's gone. It's not about the money anymore.
He said he wanted 1.2.
Yeah, but where do I find him?
This guy is toying with us.
And you can't even tweet him to say,
You can't tweet him. You can't.
I just tweet one day. Just wake
No,
up.
let me
Okay,
tell
I'll
you.
tweet tomorrow.
Let me
I'll wake
tell
up
you.
tomorrow and I'll tweet.
Let me tell you,
Listen,
I've been going back and
Speedsta's trying to get
forth
hold of
with
you.
Twitter. And let me tell you what the problem is now. Is that it's taken more than 30 days. Now, if I know all of us just agree to terms when we want to get on Twitter, but if you read that shit, it tells you that if your account hasn't done anything in 30 days, it gets deactivated.
So
it's gone. So that's the case with me.
So I once had it's like a, I don't know what you call these sessions, but we had like an entertainment lawyer, right? And she came through and she says, the thing is about you guys, you don't read the finer prints when you sign up to the Instagrams, the Facebooks and whatever. Tomorrow you can wake up and people can use your image and sell it off to another company. Because automatically you're on the platform for free, right? You're using their data for free, well, in terms of the service for free. So they can wake up tomorrow and be like, yo, now scoop some things.
But you see, VG, they're telling you that I didn't even.
No, but apparently you have to read. So I was like, oh shit.
But we don't.
I didn't even know
but
that.
No, so it's like only if you make your account private, then you can fight it back.
But you don't want to make private because you want followers. You want to push your music.
The hacking thing is crazy. I think, like for me,
were you really hacked? Tell us what happened. Because there was a lot going on during that time.
Hey, no,
we all picked up the
careful,
phone
you
and we
might be
said,
hacked next.
what's going on?
The last time I asked him this question, I got hacked.
I actually tried to get hacked, remember, right? Yeah, I actually tried to get hacked.
yeah, he had a message on the WhatsApp group when someone was trying to get into his
Also, that happened to me as well.
and you guys are on
contract,
and that's what helps.
Yes.
I really feel vulnerable. I think they're waiting for me to just do well again, and we're on a really nice streak right now with the Scoopsters and the Sledge, and it might just mess up, but I'm giving the disclaimer right now. I lost money, I lost a whole lot of stuff, and
Sad, eh?
it's really sad. It really is sad, and the fact that you lose credibility, you know, that's the worst part of it all, is the credibility that you lose, especially if you're on a good run.
And everything's still good with you and your girl?
Awesome.
He told me a crazy story about last night, so.
Okay, we don't want to know that. It's a little too juicy for our ears.